Learn Hindi fast. Can you give me that? 2.
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Welcome to your Hindi survival comedy. Hey, you're about to learn 5 super useful Hindi phrases without falling asleep on page 1. And yes, we are doing it with drama, politeness, and at least one emotionally complicated cup. Imagine this. You are in India or talking to someone in Hindi, and life suddenly becomes a tiny movie. A book is too far away. A bag is too heavy. A kind teacher explains something. A helpful woman guides the group. And somebody promises to write later instead of right now, because apparently texting immediately is too mainstream. Today you'll learn how to say,
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
meaning, can you give me that?
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
Meaning, could you please help me?
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
Meaning, he explains that to me.
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
Meaning, she shows us the way, and
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
meaning, we will write to you later. Let's go. Phrase 1. Pass me the thing. Start with a phrase you can use at dinner, in class, or when your phone charger is just far enough away to become a tragedy. Say it with hopeful eyes. The phrase is,
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
it means, can you give me that? Break it down gently.
क्या तुम मुझे वह दे सकते हो?
Picture a book across the table. You ask,
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
can you give me that? Try the anchor sentence. Can you give me that book?
क्या तुम मुझे वो किताब दे सकते हो?
Funny image. A cat is sitting on the TV remote like a furry dictator. You point politely and ask the cat.
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
The cat does not help. The cat never helps. Mini drill. I say English, you say Hindi. Can you give me that?
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
One more time, slower.
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
Phrase 2. The polite rescue button. Now let's upgrade from passing objects to saving your whole day. This is your polite emergency phrase. The phrase is,
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
it means, could you please help me? Notice the polite word for, you, here.
आप.
This sounds respectful and useful in real life. The key word is,
मदद.
which means help. Imagine you are at a station with a heavy bag, one confused eyebrow, and absolutely no idea where platform 7 went. You ask,
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
anchor sentence. Could you please help me with this bag?
क्या आप इस बैग के साथ मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
Comedy version. You push a door that clearly says pull. After fighting the door and losing, you smile with dignity and say,
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
repeat after me.
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
Again.
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
Tiny story. The confusing classroom. You've got 2 phrases already, so now let's throw you into a dramatic classroom scene. Don't worry, there is a helpful person and only medium-level confusion. You sit in class staring at notes that look like they were written by a philosophical chicken. You whisper to your classmate, can you give me that? And point at the notebook.
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
Then the lesson becomes mysterious. You need help, so you politely ask the teacher.
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
A kind man steps in, and now comes phrase 3.
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
He explains that to me. Suddenly your face changes from lost tourist in algebra jungle to, yes, I totally understand this now. Phrase 3. He explains that to me. This one is perfect for classrooms, work, and those moments when someone kindly turns chaos into meaning. Bless those people. The phrase is,
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
it means, he explains that to me. Listen for the verb,
समझाता है.
explains, and
मुझे.
means to me or me in this sentence. Example, every day he explains that to me patiently.
हर दिन वो मुझे वो धैर्य से समझाता है.
Another example, in class he explains that to me again.
कक्षा में वो मुझे वो फिर समझाता है.
Humor image, A parrot wearing glasses lands on your desk and says, very seriously.
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
You are not sure who he is anymore, but the grammar is solid. Say it with me.
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
Phrase 4. The human GPS. Next, let's learn how to describe the hero of every lost group. The person who actually knows where to go. The phrase is,
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
it means, she shows us the way. Useful word alert.
रास्ता
Means way or path. And
दिखाती है.
means shows. Imagine your group is lost, your map is upside down, and your confidence has quietly left the building. Then a woman smiles, points ahead, and yes.
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
Anchor sentence. At the station, she shows us the way to the platform.
स्टेशन पर वो हमें प्लेटफॉर्म का रास्ता दिखाती है.
Funny line. Even the GPS becomes jealous because.
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
Better than any app. Repeat it.
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
Phrase 5. We will write later, probably after tea. Now for a phrase that is polite, practical, and slightly suspicious if someone says it too often. Still, it's useful. The phrase is,
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
it means, we will write to you later. Key time phrase.
बाद में
Later. Key verb.
लिखेंगे.
Will write. Imagine ending a meeting, a chat, or an adventure. You wave goodbye and say.
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Example. Don't worry, we will write to you later.
चिंता मत करो, हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Comedy image. A pen grows tiny legs, runs off the table, and escapes responsibility. You shrug and say.
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
One more repetition.
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Dialogue drill. One very busy day. Let's put all 5 phrases into one playful scene. Listen first, then repeat your favorite lines. Scene. You are with friends, in class, slightly lost, carrying too much, and somehow still being polite. You point at a book and ask.
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
A minute later, your bag falls over and you ask a stranger.
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
Then the lesson gets hard, but luckily.
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
After class, the group is lost, but a guide appears.
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
At the end of the day, your friends wave and promise.
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Congratulations, you have survived the plot. Quick quiz, no panic. Time for a fast check. You know more Hindi now than you did 10 minutes ago, which is already heroic. How do you say, can you give me that?
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो?
How do you say, could you please help me?
क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं?
How do you say, he explains that to me?
वो मुझे वो समझाता है.
How do you say, she shows us the way?
वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है.
How do you say, we will write to you later?
हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Friendly conclusion. You did great today. Seriously, your Hindi is already sounding more natural and more useful. Let's do one final round together.
क्या तुम मुझे वो दे सकते हो? क्या आप मेरी मदद कर सकते हैं? वो मुझे वो समझाता है. वो हमें रास्ता दिखाती है. हम आपको बाद में लिखेंगे.
Thanks for learning with me. Keep practicing these phrases out loud, use them in tiny daily situations, and come back to repeat them again. You're doing wonderfully.